Hi, welcome back to the third in the trilogy of the Doctor Who miniatures painting, starting with the 80s Games Workshop models, and then the 90s Harlequin Miniatures. So today we're doing the Warlord Games version released in 2016 with Missy and the Cybermen, or as they call it in the old documentaries, the Cybermen. So these have been out of print and quite hard to find for quite a while now, even just on eBay. You know, you can't get an absorber off cheap. You gotta pay the real money. And I thought I'd scored quite the bargain, paying only £25 for this Cyberman set, as the average price seems to be around £50. The cats are fighting. Cats, stop fighting. Behave. But around this point, I realised that all the cardboard smelled like mildew, or mould, or something that was taking years off my life. So I did have to throw all of that out, meaning I did not get to keep my James Corden action card. But Missy is sealed, and the Cyberman sprues are washable, so it's all good. Considering I just want to paint the models, I don't think there's many players of this game out there anymore, because the cost of living crisis is holding us back from owning an Absorbaloff and Victor Kennedy. But anyway, onto the arts and crafts of it all. I started assembling them just by cutting them off the sprue, using a bit of the old plastic glue to glue them down to the bases. Nothing too complicated here, as they're mostly full bodies, and then there's various different positions of arms you can attach to customise it. So I did all the bases first, before moving on to the arms. I am quite blown away by the level of detail on these miniatures. It's been, pun intended, like travelling in a time machine, seeing the different sculpts from the different eras. And while the 80s and 90s ones certainly have their charm, it can't be overstated just how close to lifelike these ones are. And a master painter could do something incredible with them. But an intermediate like me, you're getting this. Enjoy. So once they're all assembled and glued down to their bases, including Missy and the teeny tiny Cybermats, the Cybernetic Matthews, I was ready to begin priming. So using some matte black, but not the matte black I went to school with, airbrush primer, I just set about slopping that on because it's the middle of British winter. It's too cold and damp outside to spray. So this, in recent videos, has become quite a fair compromise, and I'm pretty happy with the results. It doesn't seem to obscure any of the details too much, but I'm aware of anyway. So the more prime black, we're ready to start the painting stage. So using some matte grey air primer, but this was the matte grey I went to school with. I painted the bases a nice light grey, just to make them stand out a bit more. When we move on and add some colour, which will be the Army Painter's Speed Paint range, and a desolate brown to try and get a nice earthy tone. Maybe similar to the graveyard that all the Cybermen hung out in at the end, and the Brigadier was a Cyberman, and he salutes at the Doctor, and dear. Good episode there. So with the magic of speed paint, I just have to slap it on every single one. Speedering through that. I was actually moving this fast. And then once it's dry, going back over it with some Baneblade Brown, and just dry brushing it to highlight some of the areas and give it a bit more texture and character. And now I'm in a dry brushing mood, so let's crack out the steel colour. And I'm going to dry brush that onto every single metallic part on the Cybernetic Men and the Cybernetic Matthews. Have it as little as possible on the brush, but just letting it build up on the model. Really highlighting those raised areas of steel on the Cyberman's body. Following that, I crack out the Corax White and do every little Iron Man arc reactor on the Cybermen. The plan is to make them blue like in the show, but this is going to be a great little base colour to build on. So once that's applied to all the Cybermen, I crack out the Prismatic Bolt, which is a nice light blue, and apply that to all the white areas on every single Cyberman. And hey, with that, they're nearly done. It was that simple and effective. All what's left now is some details on the base. So I crack out my good old friend, the PVA glue. I'm just going to grab an old paintbrush and just liberally apply that to the bases, and doing it in batches of a couple at a time, and then sprinkling some of the grass onto the glue, dabbing it down just to make it stick a bit more, flicking off any residue that might appear loose or potential to crumble and fall away in the future, and then a bit of Abaddon black around the rims of the bases, just to give it that really nice, tidy, finished look. And with that, I'm ready to call the Cybermen done. I'm really happy with those. Now on to Missy. Hey Missy, you're so fine cast. So using some Mechanicus Standard Grey, I set about dry brushing her, just to really accentuate all the details and raised areas. Because once again, we're doing it with speed paints. It's easier, it looks good, so I'm happy with that. Some say it's cheating, but I say I paid for them, so I'm allowed to use them. So using some Purple Swarm, I set about doing her whole coat, but then realising it's not really like that in the show. Yeah, it's way too purple. She looks like a Cadbury mascot. I mixed in some Slaughter Red, initially thinking I could water it down and place it over the top like this, but it just looked messy and chaotic, so I ended up mixing the two together on a palette and then applying it, and I was much happier with that shade. And for her face, I'm going to use the Crusader Skin Speed Paint and just apply it liberally. These damn liberals applying so much paint. And I crack open the Grim Black for the umbrella, as well as her teeny tiny shoes, because it is so to scale that everything is extremely tiny. And then a little bit of dark wood for the handle of the umbrella, as well as Missy's hair. From there, I crack open the Wraithbone and use that for her shirt that's just peeking out under the jacket. Just a nice flat coat of that, because I will go back to that with Norn oil at the end to give it a bit of shade. And while I've got that out, I'm going to use that for the fruit on her hat before moving on to the Abaddon Black. And with the teeniest, tiniest of brushes, going around all the edges on her outfit, including the pockets. And of course, the obligatory black rims before a little bit of PVA. And once again, I'm just going to add the grass to that, as well as the cyber mats that I forgot earlier on. And with that, I think we're ready to call it done. So if you could please like and subscribe, help this little channel grow, and get ready for the reveal. Doctor Who. Hey, the TARDIS, Doctor Who. Wait, nah. Can't sing that anymore. To play us out, here's Doctor in Distress. Doctor in Distress. Bring it back now, we won't take less. And then Nicola Bryant comes in. It's like, oh! Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer did that. That's crazy, right? Doesn't he have an Oscar?